Our third program is to find out the factorial of a number. Okay, see, we have to find out the factorial of a number. Now what's a factorial of a number? Suppose that the number is 6. Okay, what will be 6 factorial? 6 factorial will be 6 into 6 minus 1, which is 5, into 5 minus 1, 4, till when we will go? Till 1. Okay, when we will reach 0, till that time we will end the loop. Okay, so we are finding the factorial in this way. Now let's see how to code that in Keil software. Okay, see, initially we have to write down the name of the program what we are doing. Okay, I'll write area. Since we are finding factorial, I'll write factorial comma code comma read only. Okay, after writing this, I'll give you a basic idea of what we'll be doing here. See, here first we will be taking a register R0. Okay, all right. Now in R0 initially we will have the number of which factorial we need to find. Suppose that we need to find the factorial of 5. Okay, so initially I will be storing 5 here and I will be copying this value to R1. Okay, all right. Now what I will be doing is I will be subtracting 5 from 1, so it will become 4, and I will be multiplying 5 and 4, means R0 value will be multiplied with R1 value, which is 5 4s are 20. I will be storing 20 the result here in R3. Okay, now after storing the result in R3, next what I have to do, I have to transfer this result to R0. Okay, so now R0 will have 20. Next what I will be doing is I will be subtracting this value of R1 again. Now it will become 3. Then I will be doing the same thing, which is multiply R0 value with R1 value. 20 into 3 is 60. Then I will be storing the value 60 in R3. Okay, R3 will have now 60. Like that, similarly I will do 3 to 2, and before that I have to transfer 60 to here, so this will have 60 now, and then 60 will be multiplied with 2. Okay, that will give me 120. 120 where I will store? I will store 120 in R3. Okay, now it will have 120, and finally I will be transferring 120 to R0. So now R0 will have the value 120, and then I will be making 2 as 1, and since it's become 1, 120 into 1 will be the same thing. I'll be it will not make any difference here, then 1 will become 0, and when we will compare R1 value with 0, at that time it should end the loop. Okay, so basically what we did, we took the main value here 5, we multiplied with the value less than 5, which is 4, and stored the result in R3. Okay, then what we did, we again decreased it and again multiplied the value 20 with 3, then again stored that result here and multiplied the value with 2. Okay, like that we are doing till we reach 0. When we reach 0, we have to end the loop. Okay, so let's see how to do that in Keil software. Okay, after writing the name, write here start. Okay, to mark the start of the program, and I'll be using 2 registers initially, R0, and in R0 what will be stored? The factorial which is to be calculated. Okay, I'll be storing 5. Okay, then move R0 value in R1. Okay, initially R1 and R0 value will be same. Then loop, and inside the loop first you have to subtract the value of R1 with 1. Okay, like that, first we had 5, right? Then we did 4, so we'll subtract the value first, then we'll compare if R1's value is 0 or not. In case if R1's value is 0, at that time what we will do, we will end the loop. Okay, BEQ means branch if equal. Now here we will be using another loop. Okay, see, here we will be using the keyword stop at the end of the program. Okay, end. Now what does BEQ mean? BEQ means branch if equal. What is equal? If R1 is equal to 0, at that time you have to branch. Where you have to branch? To stop. Stop is here, so when it branches to stop, it will end the program. Okay, that means BEQ stop. After that, if it's not equal, means r1 is not equal, it has some other value, like in this case it will be 4, so we have to multiply and store the result in r3. What we have to multiply? r0 and r1. Okay, r0 and r1 will be multiplied and it will be stored in r3. 5 into 4 will be stored in r3. Okay, now we have to move the value of r3 in r0. r0 comma r3 will move the value of r3 in r0. Okay, after that compare if r1 is 0. See, second time we have to compare because this comparison was made for subtraction. Now this comparison is being made for branching of the loop. Okay, see, now if it's equal, that time we have to not branch. BNE means branch if not equal. If these both are not equal, at that time we have to branch to loop. If it's equal, then we have to end the loop. Okay, that's why we are writing 2 times. First is for comparing the value here, next is for comparing the value here. Okay, and this ends the program. Now we'll run and see. First go to here, click on save and then build it. Okay, if you find no errors and no warnings, proceed, click on debug. Okay, then click on debug and run here. Okay, then click on stop. Now see, r0 value is showing as 78. Okay, what's 78? 78 is the hexadecimal equivalent of 120. All right, we can check for other values also. If suppose I put 3 here and save the program and then build the program and then debug it, see here, this is the value 6. Okay, so factorial of 3 is nothing but 6. Okay, so hexadecimal and decimal value of 6 is same, so it's showing as 6 here. Okay, this is all what you need to do in this program. Let's move on to the fourth program.